Hey guys, what's up? It's Crowd9 here with another MapleStory 2 video because as you can tell, I'm actually pretty excited about this game. I kind of just want to go through all the classes the Korean MapleStory 2 currently has and translate it to what we have in MapleStory 1 to see what your optimal class choice is going to be. We're going to not have two classes out of this whole list that you're seeing right now, more than likely only because they just came out of MapleStory 2 Korea, or not that long ago, or not enough for us to have it yet. But we are getting content that's already in place in Korean MapleStory 2, so we're going to get, basically we're getting a couple patches that they've had already, right away, which is nice, because if we start off from square one, it's going to take way too long to catch up, and it's nice that they started off MapleStory 2 Global, kind of halfway of what Korean MapleStory 2 is. So let's go through this really quickly, just to skim over a couple things. So let's go ahead and translate this to make it easier. So we have the martial arts series, which is the Striker and the Soulbinder. I'll go through these a little bit more, but this is going to be more for people, I would say Striker is more for people who like Buccaneers and MapleStory 1. They like close range combat, they like flashy skills with punching and kicking and all those kind of twirls and jazz. So that's going to be for you. Soulbinder is going to be more of the battle mage-esque type of thing, I would say. You know, you're healing people, but you're doing damage at the same time. You're creating shields. It's a combination of priest, well I guess bishop, and a battle mage in gameplay views. Runeblader, this is part of the warrior series, or I would say sword series, honestly. You have Runeblader, which we're not gonna, well, Runblender apparently. It's like Runic Blade or something. This is not something we're gonna get yet, I think, because it's not that, again, I'm saying brand new as in it kind of recently came out, but we're likely not to get this on release, but it's just basically a sword user. Think of it almost like a faster paced hero. That's the best way I can phrase it. We have Knight A. Again, the names are not translated well, but this is basically your tank of the game. You're gonna be doing decent damage, you're gonna be using a sword and a shield, you're the tank. That's the mandatory tank of the game. You're the paladin, essentially. We have Berserker, which is what I played in Korean MapleStory 2. You do fast-paced damage, you use a giant sword, you have a lot of twirls. This is a fun class overall, in my opinion. I personally enjoyed playing Berserker. I might be making one again, we'll see. Wizard, we have the Wizard and the Priest. Priest, obviously going to be your healer. Wizard, you're going to be doing damage with 3 elements, flame, well, I guess fire, ice, and lightning. Pretty fun class. I played it for a little bit. I did enjoy it, and I was thinking about making another one, MapleStory 2. And I'll be making most of these classes as time goes on, but, you know, I'm trying to figure out what I want as my primary one. We have the Archer series, which is the Bowmaster and the Heavy Gunner. I personally did not enjoy the Heavy Gunner too much. I played a little bit about that, but I did enjoy the Bowmaster, so try that out. That was a pretty fun class. Self-explanatory. You have the Bowmaster and you have the Corsair of MapleStory 2. The Bandit series, which we have Thief and Assassin. Thief is going to be your bandit, and Assassin is going to be your hermit, essentially. Hermit, Night Lord, whatever you want to call it. I enjoyed playing the Thief. For some reason they called Bandit Thief, and what? I enjoyed playing the Thief a lot. You might want to give that a shot. It's a very close range, fast-paced class. You do take a lot of damage because, again, with MapleStory 2, your focus is around moving around and not standing still and attacking. So you are going to have to play the game a bit differently than what most people are. We can go over the skills a little bit, but for the most part, I kind of explained everything. Striker, you're going to be doing fast-paced damage with your fists and your feet, I guess, kicking and punching. This again, same thing. You're going to be doing a lot of chain skills. You're going to be doing a lot of damage. You're going to be doing a lot of healing. You're going to give it a lot of shields. You're kind of the support damage. The Runic Blade we're not going to get, like I said, but just a lot of damage. This is a pure damage class, right? Like, that's the focus on this one. Next we have the Paladin, which I think a lot of people are going to be playing because tanks are going to kind of be needed. It's hard to get tanks in the beginning of a game because a lot of people want to level up faster, so they go for damage, which makes tanks a necessity. Then we have the Berserker, which again, not the hardest class, very easy to do, good damage, decent HP, you're not going to be dying as much, but you are closer range, so keep that one in mind. Wizard, again, you're chaining different skills, you're focusing on fire, ice, lightning, you're going to be rotating them out. You won't be spamming like Magic Claw 400 times. I think Magic Claw is in this game actually, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong. But I remember there being a Magic Claw in this game. The Berserker, pretty self-explanatory, you're healing, kind of it. Not much else to say, you're healing people. Archer, it's essentially what we already have in MapleStory 1 with the addition of like evasion strike. No, it's not it. Oh yeah, it is evasion shot, where you attack backwards and you're not really getting hit for that. I think, if I recall right, I think Corsairs had the skill where it was recoil, you shot backwards. I don't know if that's still a thing. But God, I miss that skill. But that's kind of what you're getting here. God, I miss recoil actually. There was a trick in Hennis's marketplace where you get on the top, you would recoil and then float all the way to the top platform where only hackers can go up until Corsairs became a thing. Good times. Heavy gunner, again, you're just gonna be doing damage of a fucking machine gun. So it's kind of cool that you have a machine gun in the MapleStory game. We have the thief again. You're using daggers, you're stabbing people, you stab. It's kind of it. I might be playing this. I'm kind of excited for assassin, for the thief. I personally like thief classes, and then the assassin throwing stars. But yeah, something to keep note for. I guess let's go to the advice portion of this game. Just because I've seen a lot of misconceptions either in my comment section or on Facebook or the YouTube videos. This game is still gonna be a grindy game. Everyone is either saying it's a pure grind or it's a story-based game. It's a combination of both. This isn't like Final Fantasy XIV, for example, where to level up you essentially just need to do quests, like the main storyline, to progress through the game and level up. In MapleStory 2, you have side quests, and they are going to level you up pretty decently. But you're not going to be grinding as much as you've been in MapleStory 1. In a 3D space, it's a lot harder to achieve that. It's hard to grind in a 3D space. Mobs aren't going to be as easily available. They're going to be respawning at the same time frame. They're going to be respawning in the same time period. But again, you can't just walk around the map in a 2D plane and just attack, go up, attack, and repeat the process in a circle. With MapleStory 2, you're not going to be mobbing things as much. There was a map, and I don't recall if it was like a Pig Beach type of map, but there were players who farmed this specific map, and I'll have to remember what it was. I'll have to look back at my videos. But you would group up with other players and you would kill the map basically instantly, and that was the fastest way to level up in a party sense, which is nice because it's nice to see parties again. It's not just I'm going to do this for myself and level up and be done. So I'm excited about that. There is a lot of story elements in this game. You can't just pass up the story and move on. This isn't like MapleStory 1 where you have your first, second, third, and fourth job quests, and maybe some quests like the Pink Bean timeline, which I don't know if it's still a thing. And then you're done, essentially. You don't need to do any more quests, right? For bossing, and that's about it. In this game, you are going to have to do quests. There is a storyline, there are side quests, and I would recommend you do them. If this is anything like Korean MapleStory 2, we're going to have voice acting essentially for every character, which is nice. I know there's a couple of people who were just announced for voice acting, but I've only seen like the classes. So I don't know if any NPCs that we know are going to get the voice acting treatment. But overall, my advice is just don't go into this thinking you're going to be grinding all the time. You're going to be grinding 25% of the time. The other maybe 50% you're going to be doing storyline, and the other 25% you're going to be doing dungeons. So there is a nice little, a nice layout. It's not just here's one thing, here's two things, you're done. Which I liked, because MapleStory 1, after party quests died down, which I would say around level 70, even back in the day, once you get to level 70, once you finish Orbis party quests, there weren't a lot of party quests left that leveled you up. You want to go to like zombie maps or skelegons or whatever. It's nice to get dungeons back, it's nice to get parties back, it's nice to get party quests back. Well, I guess that's dungeons, but yeah, it's not going to be a grind game like MapleStory 1, and that's something that I think people need to understand. Again, keep in mind, I'm not the biggest player, the biggest like advocate for MapleStory 1 anymore, and I think the reason why they're going for MapleStory 2 now is because they're kind of realizing that the profits for MapleStory 1 aren't where they used to be, and the player base is dying down, so they need to keep the game alive one way or another. And this is also a good way for people to play MapleStory 2, find out closed beta is only a week long. If, again, this is my speculation, and then find out that the release is in like fall, they might jump back into MapleStory 1. From a marketing standpoint, it also works out pretty well. But again, this is my speculation, my like super like, I don't want to say conspiracy theory because I don't really believe in those, but like devil's advocate of like, I see what you're doing, Nexon. But I'm really excited for this game. I'm going to be posting gameplay videos, and I'm going to try to go back to my super old style of how I used to make videos, where rather than like stream highlights or like full streams, I actually posted like informative videos of what happened during my like time span, right? So if you've been like a really long time viewer and you might remember like my Corsair's life or Dual Blade's life, like the original OG one, you'll know what I'm talking about. But that's kind of it. I kind of rambled on for a while now, and thanks for watching, and let me know in the comment section down below what class you're going to be playing. And don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you do all of them. And see you guys later.